Hi everyone, I'm Ira Strong and welcome to my Toastmasters Engaging with Humor Path playlist. Public speaking, I would like to say, used to terrify me, but it still terrifies me. Like full body shaking, heart racing, overthinking every word, kind of terrified. And then sometimes, like I get a lot of sweat in here, and that's how you can tell that I am really nervous. But regardless, I try to be brave, and with the support of my fellow Toastmasters, I know I can just go out there and share amazing stories, amazing speeches. And that's exactly what I joined Toastmaster because it's a great place to build community, to express yourself, to learn from others. I think I have learned so much from Toastmasters and from my fellow Toastmasters. And I am a proud member of the Jackson High Toastmasters Club in Idaho Falls. And they meet every Friday. And yes, we even have a Zoom access so anyone can join from anywhere. So please visit the Facebook page for them. And this playlist is my actual journey through the engaging with humor path because in Toastmasters International, you can pick different paths. In when I joined the Jackson High Club in January 2024, I was talking with Steve, Steve Pyatt, Dr. Steve Pyatt, nuclear engineer. I need to show him off. So he is an engineer. He knows that, you know, people that are very smart, sometimes we tend to not communicate very well. We are engineers, and do I need to say more why I need to be in this engaging with humor path? I don't think so. I think everyone knows why engineers should do this, right? And he advised me on doing that and he mentored me. And one of the things that he gave me was this book, How, no, Who Put the Butter in Butterfly? And English is my second language. And obviously, it's been really hard for me to understand, you know, jokes and stuff like that. And this has helped me tremendously, besides all the emails and all the information. So I truly recommend you to join the club because they give a great feedback in this club. It's just how amazing they give your feedback. And I am just very thankful for them, right? And in this channel, in this playlist, I'm just sharing every speech that I have done through from the icebreaker to the final keynote, because you go through certain levels, 5 levels for the path. So I am trying to track my growth, face my fears of being here, putting myself out there to the world, but also hopefully inspire someone else who's nervous about speaking in public, right? That is a real fear. I think I'm more afraid of that than the fear of heights, for sure. So if you're also on a Toastmaster path or just curious about how to become more confident speaker, I love for you to follow along and leave your feedback here. Share what made you laugh, what you think I can improve, and also let's grow together. Share your channel, put your videos out there, right? And also the feedback that we can give to each other can help us improve together. And every bit of feedback helps all of us to build courage for the next speech. Because in our head, sometimes, oh, we think this is so funny, or we think this is not funny, and sometimes we are wrong. I've been so wrong about what's funny more times than you can think. Because sometimes they tell me, oh, you are so funny, and I don't think that's funny. How do everything I say is funny? Is it? That's what happens to me very often, and I didn't know that I was funny. Maybe I'm just not, but people think that I'm funny. And Here, this is the place where you can find all my speeches. Like I said, we have 5 levels. Level 1 is the icebreaker, all the way to the big one. The big speech in level 5. Deliver your message with humor is a keynote speech. So you start from 5 minutes, from 5 to 7 minute speech, and then there's super fun things in it that you can do. Then, and you can pick electives too. But then the last one, you have to give a keynote, 18 to 22 minutes, guys. I have to also work on my memorization skills. And I thought it was impossible. Like you have to be someone really special to memorize a speech. But it turns out that anyone can memorize a speech. I did it, so I'm pretty sure anyone can do it. But before we move on to my next tips, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Is here or is it here? I don't know. Somewhere in here. So you can see, my progress and also future videos. But one of the things that I think is really important, we need to be aware of Toastmaster rules, right? I was lucky enough to win Division B International Speech Contest, second place, when I had zero confidence that I was gonna even pass the club level. I was confident, like 200% confident. I was not gonna move to club level. Guys, we need to trust in ourselves. We need to believe in ourselves a little bit more. Please do. But anyway, after we start trusting in ourselves, we need to know something. If you are officially entering a Toastmasters speech contest, it can be international, it can be humorous, it can be evaluation or tall tales. You need to be careful that when you put something on YouTube, right, and if you're competing with a speech, you are not supposed to put the full contest length version of that video, right? However, if you are sharing the speech publicly on YouTube after your speech, right, for feedback, not judging, you can post a portion of it. Typically, 2-3 minutes, like 30 to 40% of your speech. So some speeches that are supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes, I'm gonna put it in here, only the short version, right? And that's enough for people to see your delivery style and humor without revealing your entire contest performance. And this protects your originality and also avoids disqualification risk, right? If you are to reuse it in another contest later. International speech and humorous speech, the rules for timing, that is something very important, are 5 to 7 minutes. And they give you something really important to know, that you have 30-second grace period on either end. So if you go over 7 minutes, 30 seconds, or if you go under 44 minutes, 30 seconds, you are gonna be disqualified on time, right? Because they have a certain rubric that they evaluate. So if you are practicing or filming, just aim for 6 minutes, 45 seconds or 7 minutes, 10 seconds in your contest version, for instance. And remember that for YouTube sharing, trim to a strong 2-3 minute highlight that keeps your hook, right? Or your main punchline or your emotional feeling finish, but leaves out your closing message. That is going to be really important, right? Leave out your closing message, right? But why share only part of it? It's important that you preserve that originality that I talked about for future contests, and also the contest integrity, because judges shouldn't see it in advance, right? That's something really important. but you still get meaningful feedback on delivery, energy, and humor from the YouTube audience. So that's gonna be my recommendation for people that are gonna be competing. And I will be sharing those short excerpts from my full 7-minute Toastmasters contest speech. And I hope I can get your feedback. It's gonna be so great. And you are free to share it, right? It's out there for the world. I just want to say thank you for being part of this journey. I hope this video was helpful. And here's to grow, laughter, and a little courage to speak up one speech at a time. So let's get started.